Good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is as well, you lot. Hope you're all right. I'm not too bad myself, if you was asking. I can't hear you see, so I just have to assume that you do ask. I'm only joking, alright? I was trying to get me paintbrushes to come back to life, so I've put some salt crystals in some water and left them for a week, and that's what's happened. They're not quite back to life yet, but that's for another day. I'm going to do a bit of plant potting. Don't ask about that. I'm going to do a bit of plant potting. So I need to clear this bench off, go and get the soil and the plants and lay them all out here on the bench. But before I do that, I just want to mention something, because if I find a product that's crap, I'll tell you. And if I find a product that's good, I'll tell you. So I bought this MFJ clear tone speaker, and I know what some of you are going to say, MFJ, made from junk, and all that other rubbish. I know, but I wasn't even looking for it. To be honest, I was looking for some coax cable for someone I know who lives down the road. They wanted to get some new coax for their antenna setup, for their radio setup. So I was like, I'll have a look around for you and see what I can find. And I was looking around, ended up on the Radio World website. And so I was on Radio World. And I was looking around at coax, see what they had and all that. And then I noticed a speaker section, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look in there. Because I had a look at, because I was going to wire up just an ordinary hi-fi, 8-ohm hi-fi speaker to the President Lincoln. Because I just wanted a speaker closer to me, just so I can hear things a bit better, rather than it being all the way over there. I was going to do that. And then I had a look in it, and I noticed they had all these, the noise filtering speakers and all that. And I thought, well, I don't want to spend all that money. It's a lot of money to spend on a speaker. I've got one already, don't need to spend it. And then they had this one for £24. And I thought, clear tone speaker. And look, it even says so on the side of this box. Look. It also had a description, but it says on the side of this box, look, the MFJ 281 clear tone speaker was carefully designed to improve the intelligibility of speech in the frequency range of 600 to 4000 Hz, while reducing undesirable noise, static and hum. A top grade 3-inch Mailer cone speaker is mounted in a well designed speaker baffle. A fine mesh metal grille allows sound to radiate without being muffled. Made in Taiwan. Well, all of that information there is complete and utter rubbish, because it doesn't do that. It is the worst speaker I've ever actually heard, apart from ones that are broken. For a brand new speaker, this is terrible. It's worse than the one that's inside the radio. When it first came, it had a 3.5mm jack on it, so I just plugged it straight in the back of another radio that I had on the bench testing. And it sounded terrible, even if you turn the volume down. Everybody had like a rough edge to their voice, and it didn't get rid of any noise, and it was terrible. And I thought, what do I do? So, for those of you that don't know, the Mark I Lincoln doesn't have a 3.5mm jack plug on the back. It's got an accessory plug, and you have to hardwire or put some connectors on the end of anything. You have to use these connectors and hardwire anything into the accessory plug. So that means I had to chop off the 3.5mm jack and wire it into the accessory plug. And I thought carefully, and I thought, do I just send this back, or do I see what happens if I wire it into the Lincoln? So I thought, you know what, let's take a gamble. Because I know they won't accept it back if I chop the plug off, which is perfectly fine. If you chop a plug off, you can't accept the shop to take a product back, can you? So I chopped the plug off, wired it into the radio. It was terrible. It's worse than having it just on the internal speaker on the radio. So this MFJ clear tone speaker, just don't buy it. If you've got one already and you're like, what is it? Mine's pretty good. Brilliant. Put it in the comments, tell me. Maybe this one's faulty. Maybe it is. But, I feel like I needed to just say that to people. I've told Radio World. They said we won't accept it back. I said I don't want to send it back. I just want to let you know that this one is no good. and you might get complaints from other people because it's terrible. It's worse than having an internal speaker. It's terrible. Really is terrible. You know, MFJ really does stand for made from junk these days. I've got some old MFJ equipment and it's really good. This new stuff, no good. So I just wanted to let you know, I just wanted to put it out there, you lot, you know. And if you've got any comments on that, put it in the comments, and we can all share information and learn from each other, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's go and get some cacti. So to start with, I haven't got enough room on the bench to put the tripod, so I'll just have to film it like this. I've got me 2 of these cacti here. That one fell over, as you can see, and now it's like that. So it needs a bigger pot. And this one's outgrown its pot. So I'm going to do my carnivorous plants as well. So I'll do that in a minute. But I ain't got a lot of cactus potting mix left. So I'm going to buy some more of that. But we should be able to repot these 2. I'm thinking, I haven't found 2 pots yet, but I'm thinking one of them can go in there. It's quite a nice little thing I found in the garden, so I think one of them will go in there, and the other one, I've got a bigger cactus I'm going to put in here. That'd be nice to go in there. But I've got another one, I don't know what one, I think I'll put that one in there. And I've got to find a pot to put this one in yet. But yeah, I've got these as well, these are quite nice. These had bonsai trees in originally, and I've got that one there. I might put, in the bigger one, in this one, I might put one of the Venus flytraps. I might do, but trouble is, that's drained and it's not very thick, that isn't. And the flytrap needs a lot of water to sit in, so, I don't know. Let's have a look and see what we can do. Well, I'll put that one in there for now. I know it's not in the middle of it. I was playing around with it and it's feeling a little bit delicate, like it was going to snap off. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll just put that. Doesn't look too bad there. It's a bit lopsided, but that's alright. That will grow up nice, I reckon, in there. And I've decided I'm going to put that one in this pot because it's better than the pot it's in. And I'll just put it on a saucer just to catch any extra water that might run out. I know cactuses need, or cacti need drainage anyway, but I only water them once a day. All my cacti I only water once a day, and I don't drown them either. I just do a little dribble once a day, and that keeps them nice. And my other ones are growing pretty big now. I need to get some really big pots. I've got a cactus in one of these pots, exactly the same, and it's outgrown that pot. It's probably up there somewhere now. Anyway, and I've got some more coming. Just been on holiday to Norfolk. Come back yesterday, and there was a man. I wish I'd taken a picture. I probably should have took a picture of it to show you lot. He had an aloe vera in his front garden, and it was huge. Like, it probably would just about fit in this garage. It'd been in the garden for 45 years, and it was in a pot for 10 years before that. So it's 55 years old, that aloe vera. And he had loads of other ones, and he was selling them on behalf of the RNLI. So I've got some aloe veras, I've got cacti, I've got some other bits and bobs, so I'm going to have to pot them all up today when I get them home, because I couldn't fit them in my car. So my mum fit them in her car and she took them to her house. So I've got to go there and pick them up from her house today. But I've got a lovely nice aloe vera, a different type of aloe vera to the other ones that I've got growing. So that would be nice, pot all them up. And that's why I'm having a bit of a spree. I'm in a bit of a plant mood. Oh, and I bought a lovely lavender. I went to a place called Norfolk Lavender, and I bought a lovely lavender plant. I'm going to go and plant that in the front garden later on today at some point. That's in a pot in the back garden at the moment. That'll go nice next to the palm trees. Anyway, so that's potted. Let's put this one in this pot, and then after that, I've got quite a large cacti that I want to put in this pot. Because it's outgrown the other pot that it's in, it keeps falling over. So let's get that done. Trouble is, I'm proper low on the mix now. Look at that. I might have to make do with some other soil. Hopefully it might be able to, I reckon it will. I reckon it will survive in house plant mix or something like that. Hopefully. Anyway, if not, I might go down to the garden centre and get a bag of potting mix actually. That's a good idea. Anyway, ciao for now. Well, that's that one potted in there for now then. So we've got them one all done. I've got to find a nice little saucer to put that one in just for now. But I've got this one, look. This is quite a nice one. I don't know why it went thin and then went fat again. It probably, maybe it was a lack of water or something. It started to shrivel up and then it got more water and then puffed up again. Don't know. But about a year ago, I put it in this random pot that I found in the garden. Must have had some sort of pink baby pot in it or something years ago. Don't know. Anyway, and it was better than it was in one of these pots, and it was better. So I put it in there because it started to go fat and was knocking these pots over. So I put it in here and it stays up all right, but it's leaning to one side, as you can see, and it's starting to pull this pot over. So I'm going to put it in this pot. Lovely, nice pot. But I need to go and get some more soil first. So hopefully, because normally what happens is, from past experience with these ones, when they go thin and they puff up at the top, what happens is they keep going up, and then this thin part can't cope with the weight and it snaps off. It might happen. If it does, I'll just take the bit what snapped off, stick it in a bit of water for a while, and then stick it in some soil, and I'll end up with another cacti. So I'll have two the same. But yeah, a bit of a black spot I think there, but yeah, it's quite a nice one, this one. Quite pleased with this one, the way this was going. These have all been grown from little ones. Anyway, I'm going to nip down the shop, get another tub and another bag of cacti compost. Free draining compost for healthy cacti growth. I've got a little bag left of carnivorous plant mix, so that should be alright. I've got enough to do the fly traps. So yeah, man, I'll catch you in a bit when I'm back from the garden centre. Before I decided to go to the garden centre, I thought I'd use what I've got. And I noticed my pictures, they went a bit dry while I was on holiday, so I've decided, well, mate, repot that. But I've run out of mix, so I'm going to go to get a bag of carnivorous plant mix as well. But I'll put the fly trap in this little pot, and I can't decide. It's a funny shape at the minute because it was in a round pot, but once it settles down, it'll start to spread around and fill up this pot. But that one's eating itself. It's difficult to try and get them out of the pot. You sort of have to cup them and just gently hold them upside down like that. And sometimes they do bite, but that's alright. You don't want them to bite too much, because when they bite, they use up all their energy. And if there's nothing for them to eat inside their mouth, they're wasting their energy. So, but it can't be helped sometimes. But I can't decide whether I like it in that pot or not. I think I'll leave it for a few days, see what I think. And that'll be alright. I can always take it off that saucer and put it in a deep dish if I need to, but these need plenty of water. I have to drown these every day, as of them, drown them every day. But yeah, right, I'm off down the garden centre now, get some more cacti mix and some carnivorous plant mix, and I might get some nice stuff to put up the aloe veras in as well while I'm at it. But that's going in there. I wonder if I do any nice pots in the garden centre. Yeah, nice. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Right, you lot, so I just got back from the garden centre, and I managed to get some cactus soil, but I couldn't find anywhere the carnivorous plant potting mix. I know where to get it from. I normally get it off the internet, but I couldn't find it on any garden centre that I went to. I went to about 4 or 5 different garden centres. They don't stock it because there's not a high demand for it. So I'll have to order some off the internet. But I've got some cactus and succulent potting mix. Got a bag of that, $4.95. I think what I'll do in the future is make my own, rather than keep buying bags of it like this. I think I'll just make my own. But for now, that'll do. Got some pots as well. Now these are the ones I got from Norfolk. I've got this from Norfolk. It's whatever that says there. Gastrera. Anyway. And this pretty cool looking one. All out of this little man's garden. And this one, unfortunately, I accidentally knocked off one of the little stems with some buds on. So I might try and super glue that back on later. And then I've got this one, pretty cool. So that will sit in the conservatory, looking good. And that one, this one here, I've got that cacti there. which is whatever the hell that says. Origerus trolley. Origerus, I've got an Origerus trolley. That's nice. He had one of these and it was huge. It was like all the way up there. Very nice. I like a cacti. And there's some sort of aloe, I think. I think this is an aloe. Some sort of aloe anyway. I think, it might not be. I gave Amerikera or whatever. This particular one is 10 years old. That's 10 years old, that is. And so he said he planted his one in the ground when it was around 10 years old. So I'm going to put this one in the ground at some point. Not today, but I will do. And hopefully it will grow to be as big as the one he had in 45 years time. And I'm not even kidding you. It was absolutely huge. Like, I wish I'd have got a picture standing next to it. I didn't think about it at the time, but I stood next to it and the leaves were like massive like there, and it was right next to me like that. It wasn't even, oh, it was bigger than me. So, but I want these cacti here, these ones, to be able to stay outside. He had ones like this in the ground outside all year round, and they'd been there 20 odd years, and they're massive. So my aim is to get these to a state where they can survive outside in the ground, and I'm going to have them out in the front garden. So that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to repot my little succulent here, which I grew from a little miniature bit in the soil. I'm going to repot that in a nice big pot now, and then do that cacti in that pot, and then we'll sort out this aloe vera, which is just, I've just left it to grow basically, and it's gone all like that. I took another one off of it about 3 weeks ago. I took one off of that one and planted it in this pot, and it must have rooted pretty good because it's still green. It's still living, and it seems to be quite happy in that little pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same. I'm probably going to take a few off of it, and the rest of it I'll bury in a pot. So yeah, I'll probably take 1 or 2 of these off, and then that last 2 there I'll probably just bury a bit deeper in the pot, because these are quite healthy, look. And then I'll have 2 more pots of aloes in, and then that one there. I've got one indoors which is just one single one, and it's got massive leaves like that, and it's growing out like that. It's very nice. It's in the bedroom indoors, that one. Anyway, let's get going. That's the pot that it was in, little green pot with a little one inside. I've just stuck it in there, look. Looks lovely. Little dish underneath, plenty of drainage in the little dish. There we go. Not sure what that little one there's doing. I think that's probably dying off, but that's alright. That looks lovely. Plenty of room to grow there in that little pot. Happy with that. Right, let's do this big cacti here now. I've got some other big ones as well, actually. I might repot, but we'll go on and see what happens. Well, it's not the best job in the world, but it's a little bit leaning. I tried to get it to lean up, but the way the actual cactus itself is leaning, that's why it does that. I might have to try and get it a bit to go that way, and hopefully it will grow straight up then. But this is in a better pot than it was in. Pour that in there. Did that the other day and I pricked my finger. I was on that. Ah. There we go. Lovely. What do you think of them, look? What do you think? Do you like them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go.
Yeah, don't touch them. They're spicy. Spicy?
Yeah.
Spiky. So we've done all those aloe veras there. I put the rest of them in these pots. My little boy done that one there. He just picked a leaf off and stuffed it in a pot. It might grow, we'll see. The rest of them are in little pots. Hopefully they'll grow alright. Next up, I've got my other 2 cacti, look, cactuses. These ones are about, I don't know, 15 years old. They've been in them pots for most of that time. So I've got some other pots down here that I plan on putting these into. I don't know whether to put them. I think I might put them both, one each, in those pots, and save this one for something else. I think that's what I'll do. Well, those are nicely potted. I'm going to have to tidy them up a little bit around the bottom. There's a lot of dirt around the bottom of them, but tidied them up nicely. They're all nicely done. Cool. That was a good old little mission there. Quite happy with that. See how they grow. Hopefully they grow like the other one. I need to get myself some proper gloves for handling those cacti, because, well, I brought these ones home from work because I thought they'd leather. I thought they'd be alright, but the little prickles still go through them. Still got them in my hands, so I'm going to have to get some better ones. I used my welding gauntlets before, and they're alright. The trouble is the spines get stuck inside the welding gauntlets, so they don't get to your hands when you're doing it. But later on, when you're working with some metal or something, you grab on a bit, and then it'll prick you, because it'll work its way through. I wonder if this classes as a proper video. What would you lot class as a proper video? Because while I was in Norfolk and I had a day planned, I was going to, well, not necessarily a day, I was going to go out my way, and there was about 6 or 7 churches. I was going to go and film them all and spend a day doing that for videos for you lot. And I woke up and had a comment saying, when are you going to stop doing these walk around videos and make proper videos? And I thought, oh man, I thought they were proper videos. So what is a proper video? Like, what can I do to make a proper video? Because I was going to go out my way. I wanted to go and see them churches, but not really. I had other stuff I wanted to do more. I was going to film them for you lot. I thought you liked watching videos of churches. Anyway, so what is a proper video? You let me know what a proper video is and I'll make one. But I know some of you lot do like the plants and things, and that's what I'm interested in, plants and things as well. So that's why. Hopefully, I don't know about this one. It might grow. Hopefully they'll all start to grow. You know, I'd rather have had one massive hello, but you know, it's okay having loads of little ones. They'll all hopefully grow into big healthy plants of their own at one point. But yeah, so that's it for now. But let me know what a proper video is. What do you like? What's a proper video? I can't remember who put that comment on anyway, but I didn't go and film them churches in the end, as I said, because I thought there was no point if none of you lot want to watch it. So I didn't go and film them. I filmed 2, but then that's when I saw the comments, that's when I stopped. So yeah, man, do that. I've got a few engine stuff. I've got to do some engine work on a few different things. Oh look,
What are you talking to?
what are you doing here?
I need carrots.
Carrots? Where's the carrots?
You put it in the freezer.
That's the missus wanted to get the carrots and that out for the roast dinner. Today's Father's Day. It's a Sunday anyway. She said, what do we want? What do I want for my Father's Day dinner? So I said a roast, of course. But it doesn't matter, it's nothing out of her way because, well, it's a Sunday. We'd have been having a Sunday roast anyway. So she's cooking what she'd normally be cooking anyway. Anyway. I'll see you lot later on. Thanks for watching. And I hope some of you, at least some of you, enjoy the church videos that I have filmed. They'll be coming up. You've probably already seen them actually. I think one's for tomorrow. So you would have already seen some. I hope you enjoy the ones I did film. The ones I didn't film, maybe I'll film them another day. Who knows? Ciao for now.